Me and Max are going surf fishing today on the west coast of Central Florida, and we're primarily targeting black drum, hopefully some pompano or whatever else bites. It's pretty cold today. It's around 35 degrees. It's going to get up to around 45, 50 later in the day, but it's real cold for Florida, so we're kind of bundled up here, but hopefully we get on some good fish. Show you guys what we're doing. Setting up our baits for these black drum. We're using a either 2-0 or 3-0 circle hook, and we're cutting a small section of Fish Bites pink strips to add more scent in the water. And then we bought some fresh dead shrimp, and we're just gonna bite the tail section off, spit it out, and then start threading the shrimp actually onto the hook and coming out of the back of the shrimp. And I think Max was actually coming out of the belly of the shrimp, but either way, I just want to make sure it's firmly on there. And then once you got it all the way up, we are squeezing the head of the shrimp to release more juices in the water. That's awesome.
Yep, Blackie, baby. Little guy.
You think it's legal?
Little guy, how so keep though?
Yeah, man.
Nice little black drum. This is on the smaller side for the average on the beach, but this will definitely be a keeper, so we'll get them bled out and throw them on the ice.
All right.
Just over 20, about 20 and a half. All right, so this guy was just short of 21 inches, about 20 and a half. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna bleed this guy out and then put him on ice. Basically the reason why we bleed the fish is because it'll get that blood that's inside of the fish and remove it from getting into the flesh, so it makes the fish taste a lot better. Also, it's just more humane because it basically instantly will kill the fish.
Let's get a view of these. This is all from the surf, and within 2 hours, I would say. So pretty decent day. Lots of meat we're gonna have. All right, so which one are we gonna fillet here?
You volunteer one of yours because you got 3? Or do you want to do the 2 small ones?
We each eat. All right, let's do the 2 small.
Or is that too much?
That might be too much.
Should we do 1 small?
I'd say 1 big.
Because this is like for 4 people. Like, dude, it's a lot of meat.
All right, maybe you're right. Let's do the slightly bigger, smaller one.
This one?
Yeah.
All right. I have 2 knives. I got a serrated knife, and then I have a just a regular knife that's not serrated. The reason why I like the serrated knife is just because these scales on the black drum, they're super strong, and so rather than having to like scale it a little bit, I just cut right through them. So the first thing you want to do is just feel where that meat starts on the head, because they have some meat up on there, and then go ahead and cut there.
It looks pretty good.
And then right down to the stomach,
is what I do. Then I go ahead and I get my non-serrated knife, and you'll find on the top fin, the dorsal fin, there's a little like pocket that you can get your knife into, and you just want to go right in there, and that will let you maximize the amount of meat that you're getting right off the spine. And you want to follow that up all the way to where your cut ends towards the head, and then you want to do the same going down the tail of the fish. And then you just want to follow the, you just want to follow those bones down there and scrape them to get as much meat as you can. And then if you want to, you can spend the time carving around the rib cage, and you'll get a little bit of meat by doing that. But since we're a little bit pressed for time, I'll probably just cut above the rib cage. That. And then, I mean, you can do either. You can see there's like no wasted meat on that.
It's really good fillet.
Much better fillet than Mike would do.
I don't know about that.
And then feel that.
That's a good fillet for us to eat right now. Good size. It's about I don't know, it's a little less than a pound, but still a decent amount.
I mean, that's a perfect
one
portion size, yeah.
It's gonna taste pretty good from this cold water. There's
Yep.
no worms at all, right?
No, not on these smaller ones.
So how are you skinning that? You're just you're going towards the edge, making a little incision, then
running the blade, following the skin. Yep. I don't want to cut your. You see, that's literally just the skin right there. That's trash. Discard of that.
He's tossing that in the water.
Yeah.
Right next to us.
And then that is a beautiful fillet. Usually what I like to do is just run your fingers right around where the rib cage was, and make sure that you didn't get any of those fragments in there, because that could like literally perforate a bowel. But aside from that, we got an awesome black drum fillet right here. This right here is perfectly fine to cook up because that's not that much red meat. But if you're somebody that really hates the taste of that fishy taste or that oily taste, what you can go ahead and do is just 2 small incisions right there, or just run your blade right through to remove that bloody spot, and it'll make the fish just that much more white and good tasting.
All right, what's up guys? We're gonna take the fillets that Max took off the black drum. I could have done a better job myself, but they're pretty decent. What we're gonna do is simply fry these in a panko breading, and what I'm first gonna do is put a little Old Bay seasoning on them. So here we go. Alright, so the fish looks pretty good. It's coated in Old Bay seasoning, and now I got an egg. Yeah, you can put it. I'm gonna crack that in my bowl right here
On the counter.
Give that a nice whisk. You only really need 1 egg for a small fish like this. 2 eggs would be a waste, so just keep that in mind. Alright, so now we got the fish again. How's it looking on the...
Good.
We got our fish there. I'm just gonna put them both in the egg right now, and then put some panko on the same plate, because it's no need to take out 2 plates. Just coat the bottom of the plate. Alright, and now I'm gonna coat the fish completely in the egg wash. That's pretty good. And then I'm just gonna dip it in the panko, pressing it in, making sure that it's got an even coating throughout, and then you can check it on that side. Make sure every inch is coated with panko. We got 2 pieces fully coated. Max put some oil in a pan, and we're just gonna test if the oil's hot. So take one of the pieces of panko that fell off, drop it in the oil, and see that's pretty good. If it's fizzing up like that, that means the oil's ready. And that just turned brown right there. So it might actually be too hot. So we'll just keep that at a lower temperature right there. All right.
You didn't touch the heat.
Well, it's already it's already low. It was too hot before, but now it's good.
Watch out.
Now we're gonna put the whole fish in. These pieces of fish aren't too thick, so they should cook relatively fast.
Now what are you doing?
Just make sure they're even in the pan, well spaced out, and we'll give them about 2 to 3 minutes per side. It's already turning pretty dark color.
That's how that. Yeah,
pretty white.
It's dark.
All right, so it looks like it's time to flip. You can tell because the bottom is looking dark and crunchy, and it's looking like the fillets are getting white on the sides. So that usually means it's time to flip, and it does look pretty good on that side. So now we'll just let them cook for another 2 or 3 minutes. You could also tell it's done by stabbing your utensil in, and if it flakes apart, that means it's fully cooked, and if it's fully white inside, it's obviously done too. So we'll just let that cook. So I'm testing right now if it's done. Fuck, my face is that close. It looks like that thick piece right here could use a little bit more time. But this piece, I think, is done. I'll take this one off. It's alright if it falls apart, it still tastes good. So I'm gonna take it off. So once you have them done, take the pan off the oil and put them on another plate with a paper towel already down, and then just pat the top with the paper towel to make sure most of the oil's off, and that will keep your fish nice and crunchy. Well, we finished cooking our fish, and we're about to just make it into a sandwich.
Grabs the best piece.
It looks pretty good. I'm just gonna put that right in. I'll wait for you. We gotta eat it at the exact same time. Hurry up, I'm hungry.
Bro, you took the best piece. I gotta compensate. Alright.
Alright, let's try this.
Alright.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Oh man. That's mad good.
That's good.
It's nice and crunchy. It's pretty well cooked too.
Super crunchy on the outside. Inside, it's a white fish. But what I love about it is that it's not like like speckled trout. It's got texture to it. It's got a nice bite to it.
It's a little more meaty. It's one of the best fish I've had in this area actually. And even when it's fried, you still taste that delicious white meat in there. So I recommend you guys get out there, get some black drum for yourself. It's not that hard, and you'll have a delicious meal after and have a ton of fun doing it.
The worst weather days where fishing for other species may be very challenging, that's the time to just go hit the surf and go get yourself some black drum. The cold days where the surf is just ridiculous, those are the best days to go out there and do this.